This is the 2013 breakout record Afterglow by Wilkinson. It features the uncredited vocals of future pop icon Becky Hill and was the first record to put him and a whole new generation of drum and bass producers on the map. Well, welcome back to Who the F***, the show aiming to take a deep dive into some of the acts performing across festival season 2022. We're heading back to Richfield Avenue in Reading this year, looking at an incredibly talented drum and bass DJ that goes by the name of Wilkinson. He is become a real titan of drum and bass, full on Mount Rushmore. If you've never heard of him, hopefully this video will help answer the question, who the f*** is Wilkinson?
I remember when we went in, multicolored paint on my skin.
Wilkinson, better known as Mark Wilkinson, is from Hammersmith, England. Genre-wise, I mean, it's the standout here is going to be drum and bass. I think it's also really easy to draw comparisons to the dubstep scene when that was there. Some people use phrases like future jungle. That hurts my soul a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. He's inspired by some of the titans of drum and bass. He spent a long time signed to Ram Records, so artists like Sub Focus, Chase and Status, and of course Andy C spring to mind. But he was also brought through by Scientific, so we don't want to miss him out. I love Scientific, one of the best pieces of album artwork in history. Wilkinson's journey into music started at the age of 9, when his parents got him his first drum kit. But it wasn't until his final years of college that he turned his hands to production and started making beats. After fine-tuning his production skills, he put out his first release, which just happened to be on Hospital Records, the single Hypnosis, which was part of the iconic Sick Music 2. This was like my favourite compilation album when it came out in 2010. I f***ing loved it. A compilation album that saw the releases of artists like Netsky, Camo and Crooked, Sigma. God, Hypnosis is a tune, it's just so iconic. In December of 2010 he put out his first single with Ram Records, that's Moonwalker/Samurai. In 2011, he continued his relationship with Ram Records, releasing 2 absolute monsters, Every Time and Tonight. In April, he debuted his first record that would go on to be released on his upcoming debut album, the absolute dance floor smasher that is Take You Higher. This was an exciting time for drum and bass. It was just starting to break out of the underground and into the mainstream. Very few records have done it with such taste, but none of his records have done it with as much taste as the incredible collaboration with Becky Hill in 2013. We're of course talking about the iconic Afterglow.
Afterglow, we're ready for the afterglow.
Afterglow would make it all the way to number 8 in the UK singles chart and is certified platinum in the United Kingdom with over 600,000 in equivalent sales. In October 2013, Wilkinson released his debut album, Lasers Not Included, on both Ram Records and Virgin EMI, before going on to support Flux Pavilion in the US and embarking on his first UK headline tour in 2014. He followed up with his sophomore Hypersonic in April 2017, building on the hype of Lasers Not Included. But it's an album that takes a very different shape to the kind of traditional drum and bass record. The album featured a plethora of collaborations, including Breathe with Sharon Saunders, Sweet Lies with Karen Harding, Flatline with the legendary Wretch 3-2. In 2018, Wilkinson would collaborate with fellow Ram Records and D&B icon Sub Focus on the record Take It Up, a record seeing the 2 titans of dance floor drum and bass coming together, and it was the first taste of something much bigger to come. But it wasn't until 2019, I think it was like September, when the two jumped back in the studio together to create the absolute smasher that is Illuminate. A record that sounds like it's straight out of 2006 pre-Hold Your Colour era Pendulum, whilst also giving each producer the space to express themselves sonically. I love it when drum and bass producers do that, because obviously two artists collaborating, who didn't sing, like, how do you express yourself in a way that sounds so you? When you listen to it, it sounds like a Sub Focus and Wilkinson collaboration. Whatever they've done, it's just amazing. This was also the first single taken from the duo's upcoming collaborative LP entitled Portals. The next single from Portals was the down-tempo Just Hold On, released in April 2020. What a time for the two titans of that genre to be making music. April 2020, oof, just as all the nightclubs want to get closed down. The album was released in October 2020 and featured standouts Air I Breathe, Turn the Lights Off, Freedom. Had this come out any other year, it would have broken every festival. Wilkinson and Sub Focus back to back on the it would have just destroyed everything. It really is the Watch the Throne of drum and bass. In February of 2011, Wilkinson announced the launch of his very own record label, Sleepless Music. The label has worked with D&B heavy hitters like Rakota and Fred V, Bus Bar, We Go Hard.
Bus bar, we go hard, we go hard.
As well as some newer acts like Audio Scribe, K-Motion, Synergy and Tasha Baxter. On the 26th of Feb 2021, he released his single Frontline, his first single released on his own record label in collaboration with BMG, a dance floor smasher that really showcases the versatility of Wilkinson as a producer. This was subsequently followed up with the single Keep Dancing. If You Want It, which of course takes amazing influence from Childish Gambino's Redbone. And also the brilliant Used to This. That's a record that like we're obsessed with, both Laura and I. It's like OG drum and bass at its best. Fucking love it. This resulted in him announcing the release of his third solo project, Cognition. They would go on to also feature records Close Your Eyes featuring Iola.
Just close your eyes.
And returning to collaborate with Becky Hill once again on the single Here For You.
I'll be here for you. When there's nowhere left to run, I'll be.
It's also worth taking a second here. And just because I'm a little bit obsessed with collage at the moment, I need to shout out Charlie Ems, an artist responsible for the album and the singles. Incredible. Like two-tone, rip through the middle. It's so f***ing cool. I love it. His most popular record is the iconic Afterglow, which is currently at 80 million views on YouTube and 124 million streams on Spotify. This is his third time playing Reading and Leeds Fest. The first time was as Wilkinson live in 2015, headlining the dance stage with artists like Hayden James, Manu Leng, Porter Robinson, Dylan Francis, Hannah Wants and Camo and Cricket. Next was in 2018, a midday slot on the Radio 1 stage, RIP, showing the lineup with the DMAs, Lil Pump, Don Brocco, Slaves and headliner Diplo. He was due to headline the dance stage again in 2020 before it was cancelled, and is returning to headline the dance stage in 2022 with support from Ty Verdes, Tommy Farrow and fellow D&B legends Sigma. You know, I think he's just such a great artist. Like Wilkinson, I've been following his career since I remember Hypnosis coming out on Sick Music. I've been following him for such a long time. I think he's such a talented guy. And he's really carved his own place. Like he went down a little bit more of a commercial route, and I feel like maybe he took too much input from A&R of those big labels. But you know what? He's come back and he's doing his thing. I feel like when you create your own record company and you start signing other people, it's something that I feel that like every other genre should take something from. I love the way the drum and bass does that. What do you think? Have you seen Wilkinson perform before? Will you be checking his set out at this year's festival? There's a very strong chance I will be. I bloody love him. And, you know, but it's just some bangers. Banger after banger after banger. It's going to be such a f***ing rave. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. And I will see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.